We begin with breaking news this hour. CTV News has learned Justin Trudeau will be resigning as Liberal leader. He intends to stay on as Prime Minister until his replacement is chosen. Trudeau met with the Governor General this morning and asked to prorogue Parliament until March 24th. Trudeau has called a news conference for 10:45, and CP24 will carry that announcement live. And CTV's chief political correspondent, Vashi Capellos, had more insight on the Prime Minister's decision.
What has been conveyed to me is that his sense is the reason he can't move forward or that he can't stay on as leader is because there isn't a path forward without the support of caucus, which became abundantly clear, not just with Chrystia Freeland's departure, but in the time since, right? With all of the other MPs who have come out publicly saying that he should step aside. And with that national caucus looming on Wednesday, in which everyone was going to say the same thing once again to him. So my understanding is that is essentially the impetus for the decision, that he doesn't think that there's a path forward. However, he is, very much wanting to stay on in the role of Prime Minister to navigate the first few months of the Trump presidency.
Our Courtney Heels is getting reaction to the political turmoil in Ottawa and joins us live with the latest. Good morning, Courtney.
Hey, good morning, Jamie. And there's quite a bit of reaction to this announcement we're waiting on now from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. We expect it to take place at 10:45. We just learned within the last hour or so that the Prime Minister would be making this announcement on his political future. So we've been talking to people out on the street asking if they've heard that the Prime Minister is set to resign as Liberal leader, also set to stay on as Prime Minister until the next leader is decided on. A lot of surprise by this. I've talked to some people who said, they're a little bit disappointed. They'd like to see him stay on. But for the most part, a lot of people are telling me this is the right decision for the party and for the country. I'll let you hear from some people who I talked to about this news we're following.
I think he could still play a big part on the world stage. He has a very good articulate way of voicing opinions and especially tapping into Gen Z. So I think there's maybe opportunity for him to work at the UN, but within the Liberal caucus, I think there's an opportunity for them to look at the grassroots to see, where can they look at impacting social issues like housing, encampments, homelessness, and, Canadians are feeling the pinch. And maybe there's some opportunity for some fiscal, intelligent financial planning in regards to getting us out of this little bit of where there's high unemployment and so forth.
I think that's going to spark lots of changes, obviously. Lots of people have been wanting him to resign, have been looking for that. I don't know, it's a little bit scary to think about who else is lurking around the corner. It seems like, unfortunately, the next leader is a little bit worse than the last in a different and exciting way. So trying to stay positive, but it's hard to based on history,
So you get a sense there's some uncertainty. I mean, a lot of people are waking up to this news that Prime Minister Trudeau is set to resign as the Liberal leader. We don't know what it's going to look like for the next little while, Jamie. And of course, the question is, well, when will we be heading to the polls and what will that look like? Who could be the next leader of this country? So a lot of people talking about this for sure this morning. But I do want to say, in speaking with people, many of them telling me when it comes to change, they're feeling the pinch that is financially. I mean, I'm outside of the George Brown residence. This is where a lot of students stay while they're attending school. I just talked to a couple of students who said, it just feels like so much is out of reach at this point. For example, saying something like just being able to afford a house doesn't seem like something that they could do at any point now because things are so expensive. So it certainly speaks to the fact that many say it is now time for change. Over to you.
That's CP24's Courtney Heels. Thank you.